Hello.
Decided to take a sip there. All right.
Hello, world.
Are you AI? All right, Todd. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to episode 108. This episode 2OC, we talk about Snapchat gets thick, apparel fails, and Fast and Furious presents Duong and Flores. I'm Al Flores.
Man, Antoine. All right.
Threw you off with that one?
Yeah,
How's your
it's a
week been,
little
Anton?
much. It's not too bad. Ooh, almost spilled this thing.
Ooh,
Um,
it was about to get interesting
I
there.
know. This thing's huge. Have you ever
That's what
had?
she said.
Do you have one of these?
No, but my girlfriend does. That's her water jug for work.
Okay, so I'm holding up a hydro flask, and this
Yeah.
is I think it's a 64. No, no, sorry, I'm mistaken. It's 32 ounce.
Oh, that's smaller then.
This is smaller than what she has.
Yes, she has a 64 ounce, and
Oh
it's really
shoot.
because she chugs water like nobody's business. So, whenever she's like, "Oh, this is a cute bottle," oh, it's only 34 ounces or only 32 ounces.
Dude, I thought this was big. Actually, I do have a 64 ounce in the cupboard. I
Yeah,
bought it
it's
because we had a power outage.
mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure that I had hot water. So that's what I mainly
Okay.
used it for. But yeah, I have it. But dude, that's too big to even use.
Yeah, that's like I would say hiking, but I don't think you want to carry that during a hike. So
Hmm.
no.
Hey, I did see something that you'd be interested in that a Hydro Flask makes. They make a growler that you can fill up at
Hmm.
the store,
Yeah.
and I think it's great because it keeps it cold and everything. So you can bring it to parties and stuff, and it keeps it very tight sealed, so you
Hmm.
get that fresh beer every single time you open it.
I think it's similar to the one I have, just like with the Hydro Flask label.
Hmm.
For my birthday, well, my brother delivered it, but Roz from Movie Draft, I think she regifted me a home brewer kit.
Oh,
So it's like those little like glass jugs with a
hmm.
kit to make, I believe it's a blonde ale, so
Oh,
blonde.
nice. So you're
Yeah,
gonna do
so
that this weekend?
probably not this weekend,
Hmm.
but I mean, at least I have it now. I could try it out. So
Hmm.
it's a nice like growler size amount of beer, I guess, afterwards.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Don't you have
but
to put that like after you're done cleaning it out and then you start brewing and everything? Don't you have to keep it in a really cool place?
yes, so I can put it in my pressurized growler,
Hmm.
and then put that in the fridge, and it'd
Okay,
be
that makes
yeah.
sense.
So yeah, and then I
Because the
could use
thing
a little
that
spout to pour
sucks
out.
is, I mean, it's summer right now, and if you have to
Hmm.
put it outside, oh my god.
Even when it's brewing, you have to keep it a consistent. I think, top of my head, 80 degrees, like between no higher than 90 degrees. I think.
Yeah, because I remember our friend Diego that used to be on Beer Knots.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he have like a cupboard or like a closet where he keeps this certain beer that he was brewing?
I forgot where I think the closet. Yeah, like the
Yeah.
bottom of a closet. But yeah, I forget what he did. I don't think he cleaned it out well, and he came out with like that. It's supposed to be a blonde, but it came out brown.
Oh, that's not
It came
good.
out good. It was delicious.
Uh-huh.
It was just a discoloration, but it was funny though. Like
Oh.
it's a blonde, but it looks like a brown ale.
All right.
But yeah. Oh, so week update. It was my birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Went out, had dinner. Like I said, I got the gifts. This is one of the shirts I got for my brother. Um, I also got. My girlfriend knows I love my tea.
Mm-hmm.
A matcha ceremony set.
Nice. So you got the little whisk, the bamboo
Yes,
whisk.
the frother, the frother.
You know the interesting thing about those bamboo things are they're made by hand.
Really?
And yeah, they're made by hand. There's no such machine that can cut that thin.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, if any type of machine would try to make something like that, it'll
It break
break
it.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, or splinter it out.
Hmm.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, they're so like the little, I guess, legs, what
Hmm.
I want to call it, the little prongs.
Hmm.
Um, they're thinner than like a fork prong.
Yeah,
So
it is. Yeah.
yeah, so it's pretty damn good.
Hmm.
Damn, I didn't know they're done by hand.
Yeah. It kind of sucks too. Like you probably use it about 10 times,
Uh,
and then it's pretty much useless. because
Really?
like you start scratching it and everything, and then it starts curling up. So it doesn't last that
Oh,
long.
yeah, but still nice to have though.
Hmm.
How was your weekend, Anton?
My week, let's see. I tried to catch up on a lot of movies, but I didn't get a chance to because I'm kind of busy with work. We're designing a lot of new products, so I've been doing a lot of that. And at the same time, I'm kind of prepping the house to be a little bit more clean because I
Mm-hmm.
have my little brother-in-law and sister-in-law coming over this coming weekend.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff actually. We're gonna be going to Disney
Mm-hmm.
because some of them haven't really experienced Pandora yet, so it's
Okay.
gonna be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is Toy Story Land. I haven't gone yet, so we're gonna be checking that out. And then we're checking into Cabana Bay, which is a resort from Universal.
Mm-hmm.
It's connected to the water park, Volcano Bay.
So it's like
So
that's like the resort area then.
yeah, it's kind of cool. Like the whole resort has like different types of pools, and it's got a lazy river, and it's
Uh-huh.
even got a bowling alley in the lobby, which is kind of cool.
Why?
Yeah,
just just to be like, well, look, we're fun. We're wacky. We put a bowling alley right in the middle of our lobby here.
yeah, they're going for more of a
Party.
70s vibe, like you know the
Oh,
beach
okay.
vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like
Okay.
that.
That's cool.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's been a while. My goal was to go visit you by fall.
Hmm.
Um, don't know if that's gonna happen, but
Yeah,
we'll see. Now I'm kind of pushing it out to maybe January, but we'll see.
yeah, that's fine.
Um, yeah. Uh,
Oh, and during this time, I think next week we're gonna do sushi, with
Sush.
Cadence, which is that sushi place I told you about.
Uh-huh.
9 seats. We booked out the whole entire restaurant. Another thing, another thing that we're doing is bioluminescence kayaking. It's kind of like
Oh.
it's those interesting places in the world where there's very few of them, where you get
Hmm.
to touch the water and there's this like glowing
The
effect.
algae. Yeah, the
Yeah,
algae, right? Yeah.
yeah. So it's kind of like you're going to Pandora and seeing all those things light up at night. So
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't really tried it, but I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it. Because if you live in Florida, there's
Hmm.
a certain place in Cocoa Beach that has that little area that you can go through in the river that has
Hmm.
that algae. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it in the news. Huntington Beach, like some of the beaches here get it, but
hmm,
it's kind of like spur of the moment. It's the algae has to bloom a certain time of the year, and the water has to be a certain temperature.
yeah,
But the videos look trippy though. If
hmm,
nobody's seen it, as the water crashes, it stimulates the algae, and that's or irritates it, I can say,
hmm,
and it
plankton.
glows.
Yeah,
Plankton, yeah. So I mean, it looks like a trip. Like if you're tripping and tripping balls, and you're seeing the waves, they're alive.
yeah. I think the one of the best renditions of something like this would be The
So we have
Life
an
of Pi. Have you ever seen that movie, Life of Pi? There was a scene
no,
where
but
like he was in the ocean and there's this uh, bioluminescence scene and it looks so pretty. You should check it out. But I
mm,
don't think it's that pretty. I think the film kind of exaggerates it. But I mean, I don't know yet.
it's
Maybe
still
when I see it in person, it's probably the same thing. But
um. I think you're gonna just be like splashing the water just out of fascination for a couple of hours.
yeah,
All right, that's on. Ready to get the show started?
yeah. Let's.
All right. Let's go on with news or start off with news.
Hmm.
First up, Snapchat decided to update their logo, make a little fresh image there,
Hmm.
and it's not gone over well.
Really?
I posted because personally it was bugging me seeing like the app on my phone for like the first day after I
Hmm.
updated. I'm like, it looks different. I don't know. I kind of passed it off,
Hmm.
and then I posted a picture of it on our Instagram, and yeah, got a few replies. I'm like, okay, guess I'm not the only one. I saw it trending on Twitter. I'm like, okay. And then my brother came over that day. I explained to him what's going on, and as I was explaining to him, like, you know what? I'm motivated to make a meme, and I posted that one, and that's pretty much that meme I posted. As many likes as we have on it, that same amount of people have forwarded over to other people. So it's like apparently a lot of people feel the frustration, and it was trending on Twitter for a while about how much like they hate it. So
Okay, so for me, because I'm a design guy,
hmm
looking at it the first time, I had the same reaction. One morning, I just wake up in the morning, and then after doing my business, and I looked at the phone, I was like, "Huh, something looks different."
yeah,
Yeah,
it's the funny thing is I couldn't exactly remember what the old logo looked like. I could have sworn like
it's just
if I didn't
thinner
find
lines. It's just thinner lines.
no, but the thing is, if I didn't remember or if I didn't find the picture, my assumption was there was no black at all.
Hmm.
It was literally just a white ghost on the yellow square.
Yeah.
And
For
then when I saw
me, okay, so for me, the design, I think it's a very bold design,
literally,
literally.
oh that pun,
Yeah.
wow, bad joke.
It's a good logo. The reason why I say that is because it makes it stand out. Before,
It
like
does stand out.
if it doesn't feel like a great design before, I mean, before I even got into Snapchat, I was like, this is such a crappy logo, and
It's
it just blends in with the phone, and it doesn't look like an app that you would use. It kind of looks like one of those apps that you download one time and then don't use it ever again. So because of this, it kind of stands out a lot more, kind of hits you in the face because of the bold lines. And your eyes draw to it. And I think that's the reason why they went down this route.
so I'm looking at my social media apps on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the only one that has black in it.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, it's just white in that like kind of I guess like hot colors,
Mm-hmm.
hot to cool color transition. Twitter is just blue and white. Facebook blue and white.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, for example, like Facebook, it stands out because it's a big F.
it's a big F you.
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know, and I'm sure you're right. It is to stand out. Maybe their user usage was declining, and they just want to remind people, look, you still have the app on your phone.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
so we'll see.
It's a bold
I know.
move.
Well, I know also Facebook is going to be updating their branding too. I think like WhatsApp is going to become WhatsApp by Facebook, or a Facebook product or something like that.
Yeah.
And same thing with Instagram a Facebook product or something like that.
I mean, I use WhatsApp for like business
Yeah.
overseas, but that's pretty much all I use it for.
And the funny thing is, I think WhatsApp is popular for like Hispanics families because of it's free text or whatever. Or
Yeah, and it's
it's used
encrypted
over there.
too, which is one of the things that I really like about the app.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Hmm.
All right. Moving on, Anton. What's going on with Haunting on Hill House?
So, Haunting on Hill House, we already know the second season's coming. We
Mm-hmm.
don't really know what it was supposed to be about, but it's actually titled Haunting of Bly Manor, which is a different book from the original first season. The
Mm-hmm.
first season was a book that was written by, sorry, I don't have this up right now, um, by a different author by the name of
Mr. Hill House?
Shirley Jackson.
Mrs. Hill House?
Miss Mrs.
Miss
Hillhouse.
Hill?
Okay. Yeah, so then the second season is based on the book called, it's a different name too. It is called The Turn of Screw by Henry James. So it's kind of interesting how I think they're trying to go with the same vibe, but
Mm-hmm.
like kind of cross into like a different type of storyline from a
So
different book.
is this kind of like the Annabelle series kind of thing? Like it's the same through line, but it's different stories, or American Horror Story?
I'm not really sure, but I know that well, I know that the Conjuring series is one whole entire series
Conjuring,
relating
that's
each
it.
other.
Yeah.
But then this one, I'm not really sure because they're different writers.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really read much about it, but I mean, I'm kind of excited to see what they're trying to do with this. Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna watch the original, or not the original, the first one,
Hmm.
uh, when it first came out because it was very popular. We heard a lot of good things about it. Our friend Twin um, recommended it to us and praised it. And me and our friends were gonna have a scary movie night.
Mm-hmm.
So we all went to my friend Juliet's house. Um, her coworker's boyfriend hates scary movies. He insists it's not because he's scared. It's because he just doesn't like them or he gets bored.
Mm-hmm.
We started playing Haunting on Hill House, and the dude would he would try to make random conversation. People were like, "Dude, we're trying to watch." Oh, cool. You guys mind if I go to the restroom? Cool. And he's in the restroom and he comes back making another ruckus, whatever. Dude, that's weird. I didn't know you guys had that painting in the bathroom. Hey, I'm gonna make a drink. You guys want a drink? I'm like finally we just switched it. He's not gonna let us watch it. He's gonna keep trying to distract us. So I didn't get to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's a great show. It's just interesting with the characters and the family. I just don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if they're bringing back any of the characters because some things happen to some of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, kind of interesting to see where this is going to go.
Interesting. All right, Anton. So up next, Versace apologizes to China. Have you heard of this yet?
No. Do tell.
So on the back of some of Versace's shirts, they have the cities and countries of wherever they have their stores.
Mm-hmm.
So you have Paris, France, you have Berlin, Germany, and stuff like that. London, UK. But for two of the cities, they put Hong Kong. So they didn't put China, Hong Kong. And then they put Macau. So because of this, China got pissed off and Versace apologized to China.
They're kind of forced to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because, I mean, technically, that is is it territory or colony?
I don't know.
What is Hong Kong?
China owns everything, and even the whole
Occupied. There we go. I think that's what it occupied.
Yeah, the whole protest is still going on, but it even got worse.
Yeah.
Did you hear how worse it got?
I saw about the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many people there, and they're blocking the area where you check in and go into the TSA area. Dude, they canceled every single flight that was coming in and out. That's how bad it was.
The first day and the second day, when the protesters were still not leaving or dispersing, they brought in the heavy hitters, and they were not tolerating that. Because that's a lot of lost revenue and a lot of pissed off tourists too.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's such a simple idea that Versace was trying to do, almost like a concert tour T-shirt kind of thing. But when it comes to Hong Kong, regardless of how you feel about China occupying Hong Kong or Macau or like that, it's in the end, China owns it or is in charge of it right now. So for Versace to, I'm assuming they're siding with Hong Kong or they're trying to play it safe.
They're trying to play it safe because if they want to do business in China, anywhere in China, they have to apologize because
no. I'm saying on the shirt. On the shirt, I think they were trying because by putting Hong Kong, they're showing that Hong Kong's independent. Same thing with Macau.
Yeah.
But China says nope, that's ours. And if you want to keep doing business with us, with our millions of citizens, both in Hong Kong and elsewhere, you have to apologize to us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
dude,
Versace
it's crazy how you see them try to make Hong Kong a very democratic island. And there's some Americans on there that are marching around with the American flags too, which is kind of crazy. It was all over the news too.
Yeah, that's gonna go over well.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on with I want to say Ewan McGreggor, but it's a fighter.
I don't know what's going on with him. He's probably training right now.
I heard he's gonna fight.
Yeah.
not like in the ring. I'm saying outside, but that's him.
Yeah. All right. So Ewan McGregor is confirmed to be Obi-Wan again. He's reprising his role in a Disney Plus series. And this
Who?
is confirmed by Deadline, so this is legit.
Wait. I think I still have the audio from that one.
Audio.
Yeah. Let me see if I still have it.
Okay.
This would have been way better if I actually was prepared.
Yeah. So there's no details yet. They're keeping everything a secret, but we're just gonna have to wait and see if they're gonna announce anything at the D23 Expo because it's right around the corner.
Yeah, it is. The end of this month, right?
Yep.
Damn it, I don't have it, but I do have this.
China.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just to make sure.
China.
All right. I got to get a soundboard connected to this thing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. All right. Moving on to more apparel fails. Billie Eilish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was the bad guy in this copyright problem that happened. So she was doing a collaboration collection of apparel with Siberia Hills,
Mm-hmm.
and it was anime characters with Billie Eilish's name in Japanese.
Oh, okay. I did hear about this.
Yeah. The problem with that is, as they were releasing the collection in her merch store online, fans started recognizing the characters are from an anime called Love Live.
Mm-hmm.
And the artist, Makoto Kurokawa, never gave permission to use those characters. And apparently this is not the first time that Siberia Hills has blatantly ripped off anime characters. Apparently there's another collection they tried doing where it was clearly Sailor Moon characters.
Mm-hmm.
But they just kind of switched up the colors, but it's the same character design.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as this stuff started coming out, Billie Eilish's people pulled the collection from their website. Anybody that already purchased stuff had refunded the money back to the fans, and a statement was released on Billie Eilish's social media,
Mm-hmm.
explaining that we're sorry, people have been issued refunds, and we will no longer be doing business with this brand. But it's one of those things, like, it's kind of, isn't that one of the first things you check when you're about to work with somebody? Is like, well, what's their reputation? And even if that reputation checks out, or you don't do that, you don't check the design. Like, nobody, like, I don't know.
Like nobody proofs it. That's the thing. I'm with a lot of people is, how can you know? I mean, if you can't know exactly everything that gets approved, because not everybody watches anime. That's the thing that is kind of out there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you can't really go up to a fan and say, "Hey, does anybody watch anime?" Like, I don't see that happening. But
Well,
I mean, they're taking it the professional way of just not doing business with it. So
yeah.
I mean, that's the best way that they can do.
I know, but I'm saying though, like, okay, so I'm assuming if they chose that design, it's because Billie.
Okay, it's not really her fault or
No, it's not.
her
It's her
company.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's her.
it's the people that made the art and printing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it's done and over with. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's that was, I think, Monday where all that news was coming out, and it was a storm of fury from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Anton. Moving on. Go Joe. What's going on with them?
So G.I. Joe is having a spin-off movie. They've
Mhm.
talked about that for a very long time. But it seems like they're going to do a Snake Eyes movie starring Henry Golding, which is the guy from Crazy Rich Asians, the male lead.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see Snake Eyes, but this is just slowly under wraps. I don't think this is actually confirmed yet, but this is in talks right now.
Hmm.
And I would love to see a Snake Eyes movie. We need a ninja movie. We haven't had a ninja movie for a while.
Yeah, I'm looking up on IMDb right now. It is listed as announced,
Hmm.
so I'm guessing it is at least greenlit. But depending on the script and other behind the scenes stuff, it could be pushed out beyond 2020, which is why where they're listening for 2020. I think
Yeah,
that's kind of
October 16, 2020.
yeah, that
Yeah.
seems a little bit too early. I could easily see this being early 2021.
Yeah.
All right. And our last news story, Anton, I believe it's still yours.
Yeah. So Alamo Drafthouse is finally open in LA. So I don't know if you're going to check this one out, but I'm really excited that, there's something closer to home,
Uh-huh.
but not really home here, but home in California. Alamo Drafthouse in LA, people love this theater, dude. I don't know
Uh-huh.
if you heard anything about it. They got
It's
so many cool experiences. It's insane. What did you hear?
yeah, no, it's funny. Alamo Drafthouse is one of those just like iconic brands. Uh, Even if you've never been or really know what it is, I guarantee you've seen at least their T-shirts with the weird kind of sci-fi character on
Oh
it.
yeah,
Like it's
they own Mondo, which is the um, artistic company where they do like different posters for a lot of
mhm,
different movies.
uh-huh.
Um,
And they have like that retro design kind of look to it, right?
yeah, and they have a lot of miniatures that they make, like Spider Gwen, He Man, a lot of different ones too. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
gives you that like McFarlane Toys vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cool. A lot of the stuff that they do is very detailed and very artistic. And I think they do something where they like to have everybody have a piece of art at home. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that you probably have something that is from them. Maybe like an IMAX poster or something, or a movie poster that you probably got. It's probably a Mondo one. From
Probably.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, the cool thing about this theater is you don't have to go to the movie theater. You can go into this. You can go into this movie theater to hang out. Basically, they
Mm-hmm.
have a restaurant, and they have a bar. They have a place where you get to rent free movies. So as long as you live in the area in Southern California, you can rent free movies, and
Mm-hmm.
they have Blu-ray selections. They have documentaries. They have a foreign movie section. It's basically all free. You can
Yeah.
go there and rent it yourself and do whatever you want to do. But there are late fees. But I mean, it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you keep up with it.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about this. This is definitely one of those things that I don't think I'm gonna go that often because I for
It's
sure it's gonna
far.
be crowded.
Hmm.
Not just that, but for sure it's gonna be crowded. It's gonna be a destination for at least a couple months.
Yeah.
For a lot of fans.
And they do seatings online, so you can do like reservations, just like how you do for AMC. I think the cool thing about this one is the food that they offer you there is
Mm-hmm.
freaking insane. So when you go to this movie theater to watch any movie, there's a attendant on the side that overlooks at the whole entire theater. So while you're watching a movie, you can write a couple notes down or something. You put it at the very end of your little table there, and there would be someone that would come and grab that and would take your order, or would take any type of request that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of cool to have something like that. But the food
Yeah.
is insane. It's like restaurant quality.
Mm-hmm.
You got like quesadillas, you got
Whoa,
steak,
whoa,
you got.
wait, Anton. What if I like my microwaved movie theater food?
I think they have some of those too. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, so I only know of the one in Austin. I want to say there's one in San Francisco too, but I'm not 100% sure.
yeah. I'm not so sure about that too either.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's for sure the one in Austin. I think that's the original one, right?
yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, of course, it's not like one of the first movie theaters to ever do it. AMC does it too, but I think they probably leached off of the whole idea from Alamo. I've experienced the AMC one. I don't like it as much. So
Yeah, it does the AMC one. It feels like at least the one in Fullerton. It feels
Mhm.
like somebody's house that's
Yeah.
not very very clean.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think they do a good job at Alamo. So,
Yeah.
yeah, go experience it, dude. Let me know, and we'll talk about it on this show.
Yeah. I mean, depends when it opens. Maybe, when you come visit, we'll do
Mhm.
a little mission. All
Okay.
right, Anton. That's it for news. Ready to move on to streaming?
Yes.
All right.
Streaming time.
Woot woot. All right. So, previous episodes we talked about Invader Zim, one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows of all time,
Hmm.
is going to be getting a special on Netflix called Invader Zim Enter the Florkin,
Hmm.
and it gets released tomorrow, August 16th on Netflix. So that's a quick little announcement. That's why I'm wearing my Gur T-shirt.
Hmm.
Just a little celebration. Yay! I saw I
So,
saw the I saw the Rocko's Modern Life one last week. I was happy for the first like 5 minutes, and I got quickly bored.
uh, it is a boring show, but it's a good show over time. Like watching it throughout the whole entire episodes.
It was good watching it. One for nostalgia, two to see how the themes that
Hmm.
they're trying to portray.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't warrant a full review, so I'm not going to go into
Yeah.
it. All right, Anton. What
Oh,
have you
one
been
more
streaming?
question.
Oh,
Invader Zim releasing tomorrow. Is
uh-huh.
it just a special, or are they doing the whole entire series?
I believe it's just a special.
Mm.
I mean, like for Rocko's Modern Life, they didn't release the entire catalog.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering, this is like Nickelodeon's way of kind of monetizing old properties.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. All right, Anton. What have you been streaming?
I've been streaming Kim's Convenience, which is a Korean sitcom. Well, is it a sitcom? It's comedy. Um,
It's a
it's
situation comedy. They have situations.
it's kind of like Fresh Off the Boat, but this is more focused on a Korean family
Uh,
that takes place in Canada, I guess Toronto, and it's
fresh,
a family.
fresh off the dog sled.
So it's based on a family that lives in Toronto that owns a convenience store. And they have a lot of different problems, family problems, but I mean, they work it out in very comedic ways. And one of the guys that is casted into Shang-Chi, the main lead,
Huh.
Simu Liu, he he's Chinese, but he plays a Korean guy in a Korean
Okay.
family. He works at a car rental shop,
Mhm.
and watching this kind of gives you that vibe where they made a really good choice for casting him into this because his comedic timing is perfect. It's very Marvel-y. Like
Okay.
it's
Like
good.
kind of like little jabs, little comedic jabs
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
you don't see coming, but they hit you right.
Yeah.
Where is this streaming, or where are you watching
It's
this
on
on?
Netflix.
Oh,
You should
okay.
check out a couple of episodes. It's actually really good. They're on their third. Actually, they're going to be on their fourth season very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been doing pretty well. I'm on second season right now, and I love
So
it. It's good.
so is this a Netflix original, or is this just a show that Netflix has the streaming rights to?
Has the streaming rights too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So is this pretty much Full House on the Korean version?
No, I would
Okay.
say I would say it's a combination of. Oh man, it's kind of a combination of How I Met Your Mother.
Okay. So more of like the kind of friendship kind of
Yeah,
characters that are having their own adventures, but they're all connected.
yeah, it's kind of like How I Met Your Mother with Fresh Off the Boat. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
sounds fun.
Hmm.
All right, Anton. So you recommend it? Cool. We don't rate shows, so I think we're good. Unless you want to add something else.
No, just watch it. It's free.
All right. Let's get on to our next segment, our very long movie segment.
Okay.
Let's do a marathon of movies.
Oh yeah, let's get into movies.
All right. I haven't done this in a while, so let's see if I still got what it takes. At number one, currently we have Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw with 117.5 million. Number two, The Lion King with 482.2 million. Number three, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark with 28.4 million. Number four, no, we should leave it there. Top three. And I'm only doing that because I pulled up today's numbers rather than Monday's.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Tim right now. I think I'm gonna get at least second place in our movie draft. Thanks to The Lion King, it has actually given Joe the advantage.
Yeah.
Joe from the Comic Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
So the Sith Lord, the Sias Sith Lord, continues to dominate with his empire.
He didn't win last year though.
He didn't. Oh no, he did. He did. He beat Carl's daughter, Gianna.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
All right.
But what about the side one?
Oh, the Summer Movie Challenge. I think I'm still leading that one. So yay, and I think you have second place on that one.
Oh really?
So yeah.
Oh.
So I think if we remove the whole auction part of the challenge, we are pretty good at picking movies.
Yeah.
We know our movies.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of knowing our movies, we both got to check out Hobbs and Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give the setup. So Hobbs and Shaw is a spin-off of Fast and Furious, kind of a side story, similar to what's it called? Kind of like the side stories of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So it follows Hobbs and Shaw, the two characters from the Fast and Furious franchise, as they get forced to team up to take out this cybernetically enhanced terrorist, Black Superman terrorist, that was once trying to cancel the apocalypse and now he's trying to bring it on.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I should probably bring up the cast here. So of course it has Jason Statham, The Rock, a few guest stars. I don't know if we want to say who the cameos are.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's everywhere on social media.
Okay.
Because they're trying to use those people to promote the movie too.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, fine. Yeah, Kevin Hart and Deadpool is in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, that's on. What are your initial thoughts on this one?
Okay, it's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. Is it a great movie? No, but it's fun. The only drawback for me with this film is that there's still no justice for Han.
I've been hearing that.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a very fun movie. I was kind of curious to see your take on it because you've kept up with the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah.
I've kind of dipped out after.
Man, I can't believe you actually watched this without watching the last few.
Honestly, I didn't feel that lost.
Because in the last movie, like they tried so hard to get Jason Statham to be part of the family now.
Yeah, and I think that's more. They're trying to shoehorn him into it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel lost. I felt. I mean, even my girlfriend, she hasn't really. I don't think she's kept up with the Fast and Furious franchise, and she enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fun ride, much like the best comparison I can put it to is The Expendables.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great movie story wise, but it's hella fun. Hella fun ride. However, I do think there's a lot of story plot holes there.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of missed opportunities. So yeah. I love the beginning part. The beginning part is like, because I mean, especially for me that hasn't really kept up with the franchise, it was a nice way of setting up the characters of a side by side of how similar but different situations. First of all, I hate that they made like the British guy kind of a James Bond suave guy, and the LA guy. Or is he in LA or Hawaii?
Which part? The first part of the movie?
Very beginning.
I think it's LA.
LA. Oh, it is Los Angeles. They made him very like played off the cuff kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of say like similar situations, but how each of them would handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of kept it for the first couple minutes of the movie, and then around probably the after the first 1/3 of the movie, they kind of gave up on that. It
Yeah, they
kind of went
did.
away, and,
Mm-hmm.
and they acted the same way. They didn't really have different approaches to stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought would have been a fun thing to see, kind of them throughout the whole movie arguing.
Yeah, I do enjoy those moments where they burn each other.
I that almost feels like the writers had a bro moment and literally
Mhm.
just kind of like let two of the writers go off on each other, and a third writer just kind of sat back and wrote down the stuff they were saying,
Yeah.
because like some of the burns are so intricate
Mm-hmm.
and so like long-winded, like you wouldn't say that in an actual like
No
dis or
conversation.
yeah.
No.
um and that that was fun though. I mean, they did it twice. They did it once in the department, the office,
Mm-hmm.
and they did it again on the airplane.
Yeah. And then Kevin Hart comes in and just like tries to be part of it too, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I'd say it's a C plus, a B
It's
minus movie.
it's definitely a rental.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going back to our old ranking system, this is wait for streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything really about it that like makes me want to say, oh, you should definitely say this in theaters. Um, Although one thing that does bug me, I kind of wish that they explained more about uh the bad guys' background, like or at least like wait, like they have cyborgs in this world?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did they ever include that in Fast and the Furious? I've been, like,
I think you've been missing out. You should watch the other.
oh, they have cyborgs in Fast and the Furious now?
No, but they have technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think for the past couple of movies, they've been chasing down technology, basically stuff
okay.
that is uh, taking over the world or some type of weapon.
Yeah.
So yeah, they basically kind of introduce like bigger scale stuff.
Yeah. What was the group, the consortium? I don't know what it was. But yeah, they're pretty much the Illuminati. They
Mm-hmm.
are the ones that control the media. They're the ones that control the news.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and okay, other thing too. Apparently they are responsible for fake news.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? Trump was right.
Yeah.
You see Trump in the office. Holy crap, I was right. Sir, this is a movie. This is not a documentary. No, but they just said there's people controlling the media. All right, Anton. So you're giving this a C, so that's like what? Like a 7.5? Or 3.5, sorry. 3.5?
Okay, so yeah, I give it a 3.4. I'll give it a good. Let's
You give it
see.
a good D? You're gonna give it a good Dean?
No, I'll give it 3.5. 3.5 sounds about right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the fun scale. On
Yeah,
the
fun
fun scale.
scale.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. It's a 3.5.
yeah,
If you keep in mind, this is not a great movie for intellectuals. This is just go in there and have fun.
yeah,
Enjoy. Don't question a lot of things. Just enjoy the slapstick comedy
yeah.
jokes and burns.
Hey, I got something real quick from Agatha Zen. Uh, they said, "Are you guys talking about Invader Zim? Because I hooked it up, and this is the only live stream." Oh, I see your shirt. It is Gur.
I wonder if it's gone live yet. Because I mean, the midnight it would be midnight East Coast right now, so your time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I mean, we have not seen Enter the Flurkin, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about it if it have. Can't wait. All right, Anton. Moving on to the next movie. This I have not seen, but I've seen a lot of talk on social media. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. Yeah. So this is Quentin Tarantino's 9th or 10th movie. Can't remember exactly,
Mhm.
but Dude, this is probably one of my favorite movies this year. This is way up there. Um, I think I always enjoy Quentin's movies, regardless. I really like his previous movie, which is The Hateful Eight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was all filmed in a cabin in the middle of winter. Um, a lot of conversations, but there was a lot going on with conversations, and that's kind of what you see here in this movie too. But
Mm-hmm.
this brings it on a larger scale because it's being shot in Hollywood, LA area, and a lot of stuff that you see in this movie kind of makes you go, "Oh, I remember that," or "Oh, I've probably seen that somewhere before," because they reference a lot of 1969 Hollywood vibes. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see, like, Sharon Tate with a lot of like old actors that you're familiar with. They even
Mm-hmm.
bring the Charles Manson murders into this movie too, and
Yeah.
it's kind of revolving around the whole premise of the movie too, to have that relate to the movie. You also got Bruce Lee in there. They talk about the Green Hornet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's really cool to see that type of era being in a film because you don't get that type of feel anymore in Hollywood. Like if you go to Hollywood, you don't get that type of like feel where people are trying to make it, and it's a town where you move to from other states, and you hope that you're going to be an actor or actress someday. So I think what's her name from Australia that plays
Margot
Sharon Tate?
Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, as Quentin says her name.
Yeah. She's really good in here. Like she's very happy. She's playing Sharon Tate, and I really like how she portrays her because like it's all happy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we know about the whole bad situation that happened in her life, they didn't really show that,
Mm-hmm.
and
They implied it.
they implied it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me talk about the two heavy hitters in this movie. Leonardo DiCaprio. Wow. He never disappoints. Great,
Mhm.
great actor. With Brad Pitt, it's a home run, dude. Like, these two guys are so good with each other on screen. I don't really know what to say. Like, their chemistry works so well together.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt is so good at his character. This is very different than a lot of the different movies that he's in. I'm so used to watching him in like more serious movies than this one. Whenever he's in Quentin's movies, he's always playing a character. Like he's doing his own accent, and he's moving a different way, and everything's so different about what he does.
I think the best or the first time I saw how much he's willing to play with the character is in Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like like
So
like what accent was that? Like is that Southern? Like that's not Southern.
yeah. So there's a couple of scenes in this movie where you're like, wow, that happened.
Mm,
Especially the Bruce Lee scene. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that Bruce Lee scene, a lot of people took it the wrong way. I personally had fun with it. I didn't really take it the wrong way.
yeah.
There was some uh, comments that Quentin made that totally made sense of the whole entire scene, why they did things a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm totally on the bandwagon with Quentin's view of that whole thing.
It's an
And
interpretation, and
yeah.
that's the thing.
Hmm.
Um this is the part that bugs me too. So it was the Bruce Lee's family that came out about them not liking the way that he was portrayed in this, and that he wasn't arrogant, blah blah blah. And that's all the news coverage was, is like, that he wasn't portrayed right, that the family's upset, the family said this, family said that. And then finally, like after like a week of news of it, Quentin finally said, like, you know what, like in my opinion, he was arrogant about it. Like he wouldn't shut up. Like I can see, that was his interpretation of somebody with that
Yeah.
level
He's
of
basically
skill.
taking facts that he heard or read about, because some of the stuff that he took for facts was from Bruce Lee's wife when she did an autobiography. And he read and he took sources from there and applied to this, and it totally makes sense. Like, he's actually using sources and not, pulling out of thin air to tell a story. Yeah.
No, but it's funny. So now Quentin replied, right? And that's all. Now he's being asked about what, everybody wants a quote from him regarding that Bruce Lee scene.
Mm-hmm.
And now, before we start recording, Bruce Lee's daughter says, because the question was, what can Quentin do to...
Oh,
the family was the one that brought it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he's rebutting. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird situation.
So other than that, there's a couple of really cool cameos. But I'd like to say I'm a big fan of Timothy Olyphant. Do you know who that is?
No.
He was in Deadwood. He was in what's that one movie with Emily Hirsch with that hot chick, Alicia Cuthbert? He played the bad guy in that movie, and it's funny, they're in this movie together too. Emily Hirsch and Timothy Olyphant.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he played Hitman. The bad one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. I just think that I think that he needs to really choose his roles. Oh yeah, he was in that show with Drew Barrymore, Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, Santa Clarita Diet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him, and he was in this movie, and he's actually really good in here.
Okay. So on our scale, what would you give Once Upon a Time?
I would give it a 4.6. 4.6.
Damn, it's pretty high up.
Yeah.
I heard mixed reviews. The funny thing is kind of seeing how those reviews evolved over time.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, the opening weekend, I would hear people say it was long, boring, and slow. A lot of unnecessary scenes. And as the week went on, I started seeing people like more, looking back, I get it.
Yeah.
I get those and stuff like that. Or
people
like
didn't
people say
understand the story, but it's just an adaptation of What If.
But no, also that's kind of Quentin's movies too. Is it's layered. Mm-hmm. So maybe the first time around you didn't get it, or it was too slow for you, and you really got impatient. But
he's building the characters.
Exactly, and then so seeing it once, same thing with Kill Bill.
Mm-hmm.
You see it once, you get the story where it's going. You watch it again, and now you're watching more for the detail. You're seeing what the characters were developing, and how they were developing.
Yeah.
So
let me tell you something. There was a couple scenes where you see a cut, and it's the same shot, but it's a cut where you notice it's a cut. Like one scene, you see Timothy Olyphant. He's not wearing a cowboy hat, and all of a sudden there's a cut, and now he's wearing a hat.
As a joke. I
don't think it's a joke. It's just that he like when he films something and he doesn't see something right, he fixes it right there and then. But then he continues it, and then when he goes to the editing floor, he goes back and but I like this cut a lot better because I like the acting in this one better. He says.
So to him, okay, yeah, I'll say. So to him, performance is more important than continuity.
Yeah, and storytelling is more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, what are you gonna do? Go get everybody back on set just to redo it, or
but it's such an amateur move to do that. But I mean, because of the filmmaker that he is, it makes sense.
He has enough credibility.
Yeah.
All right, Anton. So moving on to the next one here. I had to watch The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna keep this review short because I know we've talked about it and everything.
Is the
not exact. There are some changes that they made. for one thing, they changed the one of the famous quotes in the movie.
This
Everything
is
that,
CNN.
yeah, I am your father.
Yeah.
No, one of the famous things when they go to the top of like the Pride Rock and they look down. In the animated movie, it's like everything the light touches is our kingdom or something like that, or it belongs to you.
Mhm.
In this version, it's uh, everything the light touches, and Simba chimes in, it belongs to us, right? And he goes, no, 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 we don't own it. Nobody can own this, but it's our job to protect it.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, is that like kind of a sign of how things have changed in 20 years?
Yeah, because
Like even a Disney movie can't have that line, or even for fictional characters that are animals, they have to be woke to. I don't know.
I think they're just trying to prepare themselves not to have more memes about, Long Beach or about
Oh,
any like ghetto place, because you've seen that
oh,
meme happen so many times.
I'm sure it'll still
That's
happen.
Santa Ana. You should never go there.
Yeah, I mean, so they did do some scenes over. I think they kind of did scenes over again and fleshed out the story a bit more so that the scenes make sense. The scene where the Simba's in the gulch because his uncle told him to stay there makes more sense in this one than it did in the animated one. In
Hmm.
the animated one, Simba's talking to his uncle. His uncle tells him, "Okay, we're here. Stay right there. I have a surprise for you. Don't move." And then that's like the stampede happens. And this one, he gives Simba a purpose for being down there, not just I have a surprise for you. It's you are going to practice your roar, and the echo will help you kind of hone it in, and you'll know when you hear your roar, and then that'll make your dad proud. So he's it makes that scene of his dad's death more impactful because he's there for his dad.
Hmm.
Um, as the movie goes on, we get introduced to Beyonce as Nala and uh, Donald Glover as Simba. I I get why they picked them. I just don't think their voice have chemistry together.
Beyonce kind of overpowers everything, and also
She,
she doesn't have enough screen time.
she really doesn't.
Hmm.
Like Nala has a lot of screen time, but her voice is not used to every single scene that Nala's in.
Hmm.
And I feel Beyonce has a more mature voice.
Hmm.
Um, and Donald Glover's voice is
Sounds like a
very
teenager still.
it sounds like a teenager. It
Hmm.
sounds, a little bit more mature.
Hmm.
I thought there was a bigger age difference between the two, but really I think Beyonce is like 2 years older than Donald Glover.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, I get them, like, and they're both singers. They both have musical careers. They're both like good, but they don't match.
Mm-mm.
Um, the voice of Timon and Pumbaa, dude, great job. Seth Rogen, while he can't sing for shit,
No.
um, he was great comedically. What's his name? I'm
Billy
blanking up.
Eichner.
Yes, he was a freaking amazing addition to this movie.
Hmm.
I didn't. The only thing I really knew him from was Parks and Rec.
Hmm.
That's the thing I recognize him from most. I wasn't really a big fan of him, but dude, this guy can sing,
Hmm.
and his comedy's amazing, dude. He is probably the best voice aside from James Earl Jones
Hmm.
in this movie. I'd watch it again just for him. I did
Well,
like.
I don't know if you heard about this story, but Pharrell Williams is the person who
Oh,
is in charge of all the music,
yeah,
and he tried so hard to get Seth Rogen to sing, and he just gave up.
yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I follow a page on Instagram called Uber Facts, and
Mhm.
that was one of the facts saying Pharrell Williams, voice coach for the movie Lion King,
Mhm.
uh, reportedly got migraines when trying to record Seth Rogen singing parts.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh, that's depressing.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I'll leave the review there. The 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 scenes and the character design are amazing.
Hmm.
Very photorealistic. The only drawback is they made them too realistic in the sense of they really don't have facial expressions.
Yeah, they're
They can't.
animals.
I know, and that's the thing.
Hmm.
Like that, like realistically, they wouldn't have facial expressions. But for the purpose of a movie, it almost seems like back in the early '90s when they would just kind of like they would have live animals in a movie that talk, but all they do is like move the little jaw. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that's the kind of sense I got from it. So that aside, I still give it like a 4 out of 5. This is, I mean, for sure, kids are gonna love it.
Hmm.
If you're an adult that saw the animated one, you're probably gonna have some reservations like I did. But I
Hmm.
mean, I still enjoyed it. It was a nice adaptation. I still
Cool.
prefer the animated one though.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would. After watching it, I haven't watched it yet, but after watching it, I think I would probably do still like the original better.
Yeah, yeah, you would.
Hmm.
I feel that the original is gonna have more. It plays with the scenes more.
Hmm.
All right. Finally, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I just saw this one last week. I was a little hesitant because I loved the book as a kid. However, the books are literally just anthologies of random scary stories. So I was like, how are they gonna tie this all together? Uh, Pretty much, the kids find a book that's haunted, cursed, whatever you want to put it, and every night the book starts writing a new story in blood. And each of those stories is actually from the anthology. And every time what the story is written, somebody in the town dies. At least one person dies in town.
Hmm.
So it's up to these kids to solve the mystery of what's going on, what's causing this, where the book come from, and all that.
So it's kind of like it.
Kind of, yeah.
Hmm.
Nah. Except no murderous clown.
Hmm.
That is, dude. There's a story in the book called oh God, what's his name? Damn it, I gotta remember. Um, anyway, there's one monster and two monsters in the movie. One you see in whoops, hopped it. One you see in the trailer. It's like this like blob looking woman,
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
down
yeah.
the hallway.
Hmm.
That one scared the
They
crap
do
out
a
of me.
really good job of matching these creatures
Yes. It's
because the illustrations in the book look exactly like what they did. They I think they did a really good job of keeping uh, the whole entire series faithful to what it was pictured.
mhm. Yeah, it's yeah, and again, I give this probably to Del Toro for
His creature shop.
His creature shop, yeah, for keeping keeping it true to the original design, or at least for the fandom. What the hell is the guy's name? Oh well, I can't find it, but it's one of the monsters in the book, and it's creepy because it's pretty much indestructible. It falls apart. The creature can fall apart. The limbs fall off, the torso kind of breaks in half, and the head falls off. And it can go down the chimney that way. It can break through buildings that way, windows. One of the characters runs it over, pins it. What does it do? The creature kind of gets frustrated and just kind of relaxes, falls apart, and the next thing you see, like right in front of the camera, the creature pops up at a hole again. Uh, it's one of those things, like the creature itself is creepy, but adding that factor of this mother effer is quick, he's gonna kill you, and there's really no way to kill this thing, is really adds to the scariness factor.
He's kind of like the horror movie version of Mr. Fantastic.
Uh
Not like bone flexible, but like you know what I'm talking about.
oh, bone flexible, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? 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 Um, yeah, I can't find this one.
Okay,
Uh,
so let me tell you something while you're doing that. Uh, from what I hear and what I'm seeing is that people love this movie. They love it so much they're telling other people to go see this movie. Um, Regardless of how much press or how much PR that they did for this movie, which I don't think they did that much to really promote this to a certain extent.
No.
People are starting to go watch this movie a lot. Like, I don't know what the box office top 10 is, but I think this is way up there in the top 5, at least.
So this is number 3. This is number 3. It's made 28 million. It has beaten out. Let's see here, 6. It's beaten out Dora. It came out at the same time, and I think that says a lot because usually scary movies don't make that much to begin with. And Dora is, besides Angry Birds, one of the last kids movies coming out this summer before kids go back to school. So the fact that it is beating it is a good sign.
Yeah.
The Jangly Man, is that it?
Sounds like a really good description of what you're saying.
That sounds terrible, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is the Great Jangly Man. I don't know. But yeah, that's the one, and I'll show you. I'll send you the link so you can see it. Anyways, so this movie, it's not like a big horror movie in the sense of like it'll freak you out, blah blah blah. But it is, I would say, a teenager horror movie that it's fun, that has scary movies, and it's more a roller coaster. Because it didn't try to go that hardcore, it's probably a smart idea. I would give this one a 3.75 out of 5.
Okay.
Like
wow.
It's definitely a kid's storyline. But it's fun for adults that grew up with the books because they do a great job of bringing these stories that we know so well to life.
How would you compare this to It? Do you think this one's better, or do you think It is better?
It, I feel, is the adult version of this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Anton. That's a lot of movies that we had to cover this episode.
Yes.
But we were overdue. 3 months worth of movies. All right, Anton. If people want to continue with our movie obsession, how can they do that?
They can do that by going to our website at www.the2oc.com and maybe click on a banner that takes them to Amazon. If there was a link that we talked about, maybe on our show notes or on Twitter or Instagram, it gives us a little kickback when something's being purchased.
Yep.
So do that.
Yep. All right. They can also follow us on social media at The2OC on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can send us an email to mail@the2oc.com. Currently on our Twitter, formerly on our Twitter, we were giving away the Audible copy of Stan Lee's Alliance, A Trick of Light. That's a damn long title, which I need a alert a winner there, who got it. But yeah, I'm constantly posting pictures, stories, memes on social media on all our accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So whatever platform you're more comfortable with, give us a follow on there at The2OC.
All right. And today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/The2OC. There are over 180,000 titles to choose from, and you could use on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or any other MP3 player. So let's recommend Alliance. And also, hopefully, we're going to give away that prize very soon.
Yeah, let them know. I think that's it, Anton. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Nope.
Okay. For the 2OC, I'm Alan Flores.
And I'm Anton Duan.
All right, have a good one, guys.
See ya.